Hello, Kula here. Hope you guys are having a great day. I am marathon videoing, so these last few videos you've seen me wear the same thing, look the same, so I do apologize. I just have some time now. It's been quiet, so I wanted to make these for you guys. For this video, I'm doing my favorites and not so favorites of December 2014, the very last month of 2014. Kind of exciting, kind of scary. It's been kind of just a so-so year for me. I mean, so-so in that nothing really exciting happened. The only thing exciting I really did this year was change jobs, and that's about it, which is, you know, good. Like, kind of, there's a Chinese proverb, it's kind of like a Chinese curse, where it's like, may your life be exciting, and it's kind of a curse because excitement can mean a couple different things. But like I said, I'm gonna do my favorites and not so favorites. I have a lot of like staying hydrated kind of favorites because it's winter, it's getting really cold. It is really cold today. I'm not leaving my house today, which is kind of why I'm doing all these things. So we're just gonna start here. This is my French people foot cream. I don't know how to pronounce half these words. I'm not gonna try. You can find this brand at Ulta. I got this in a kit a long time ago. It came with this, it came with a hand cream. It came with, I think, like a fragrance. It's really, really nice. But this is their Hiker's Foot Healer, and I use this when my feet are feeling really icky. It is pepperminty, but it's not like fake peppermint. I hate fake peppermint foot creams. Like, peppermint foot cream is kind of one of my big, like, no-nos in beauty. I just really, really dislike it. So while this does have like a pepperminty, like a minty kind of scent, there are the 9 other plants and herbs in it, and this stuff is amazing. Like, this stuff makes my feet feel so good, so soft. It's 9 beneficial plants to soften, nourish, and soothe the feet. It is made in France, and this stuff is really amazing. I do believe it is a little expensive. I think it does go on sale, and I think you can use the coupons on it. So I recommend picking this up if you have foot issues, like they're dry and they just don't feel happy. It makes my feet feel really happy. I'm just gonna go totally out of like order here, like not gonna clump them together like I usually do just because I wrote this all down. I actually keep a list on my computer of my favorites and not so favorites, otherwise I will forget them by the end of the month. So I rewrote my list, and I'm just going through it that way. So next up is the video game. I think I talked about this last month. This is Fantasy Life for the Nintendo DS. This, I did talk about it. I remember I did talk about it. But again, like this month, this has really held me in its grasp. I'm over 100 hours into this game. I have pretty much I've legendaried all the lives. I think there are 12 different lives. I've legendaried them all. My husband bought me the Origin Islands DLC pack, so I'm kind of working on becoming a creator. I think in Japanese you're called a god, but Nintendo of USA tries to avoid any religious references. Although my husband brought up the point, like, isn't like creator more like impactful than God? I'm not sure. I don't know, but I thought it was interesting. But right now I'm working on all those. I'm working on Origin Island. I've unlocked pretty much everything from the original game. Like I said, I'm over 100 hours into this. I'm like a level 100, and I love this game. I think this game is so much fun. If you love like crafting and grinding and things like that in video games, that's basically what this game is, like, boiled down to its pure essence, and it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I think I talked a ton about it last time. Next up is the Bye Bye Under Eye coverage from It Cosmetics. This is my little dude here. I surprisingly am a neutral medium. I was worried at first that this was going to be too dark for me, but the light is really, really super duper lit. I think they make this a little bit lighter because it is under your eyes, so they wanted to do kind of a radiance effect to it. But this product, you know, this is a little teeny tiny tube, but a little bit of this goes a really long way. It's very thick, it's very, very pigmented, and you squirt a little bit in the back of your hand and you warm it up with your finger, and then you kind of just pat it on, and it does absolutely wonders. Like, if I wear one makeup, like even if I don't put on foundation, like if I just put this on, like this improves my alertness, lookingness, like 100-fold. So this stuff is really, really awesome. It is $24, I believe, for the full size. This little dude, I think, is like 10 you can pick it up for, but totally worth it. Love this stuff. Highly recommend this stuff. Next up is going to be my DevaCurl towel. This is my it's a little pinky colored because I washed it with my other towels, and I don't like to separate my colors because we don't have our own washing machine, so we pay per load, and I'm lazy, so I don't want to do that. But this is my DevaCurl towel. I think this is the best thing I got in that DevaCurl kit. I think it retails like $12.50 on its own, but this is life-changing. Like, if you have problems with frizz, if you have problems with your hair, even if it's not curly, like, this is an amazing towel. What this towel is not gonna be, it's not gonna be a wrap towel, and it's not gonna dry your hair completely, and that's the point of it. You don't want to dry your hair completely, especially if you have curly hair, when you're using styling product, because you want the wetness, the dampness, the moisture. It helps distribute the product evenly so you don't end up with like hot spots of like gel and stuff. So this, like, I get out of the shower, this is the first thing I grab for. I kind of do the back of my hair, I push it against the top of my head. Sometimes like I do like a little wrap thing and squeeze it, but it gets out just the right amount of moisture out of my hair, and it leaves it damp enough that I can still use styling products effectively, but not so damp where it's like all drippy and gross and awful. So I love this towel. This towel is life-changing. It's amazing. Next up, I'm really, really loving for this month is the C.Booth Honey Almond Firming Body Lotion. I got this on like super duper good sale. I do have the vanilla butter one as well that I do really like. What I really like about this is that it smells exactly like my Honey Almond Nourishing Dry Body Oil that for some reason you can't buy anywhere except for like Nordstrom Rack. You can get this brand at Nordstrom Rack as well. This is from Ulta. They carry some of this at Ulta too. I think C.Booth is owned by the same people that do like Freeman Beauty and like the Ecolos, whatever brand that is. So you can get it from them too. I believe these are in like their mystery packs, like the C.Booth brand and things like that. But it's just, it smells so good. It's free of parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, or petrolatum. And it's really moisturizing, and I really love it. It's just very, very soothing. I do love that lotion a whole bunch. And it's pretty inexpensive, even like without being on sale. I think it's only like $10 for this big old bottle, which I think is similar to like Jergens or Dove or something like that. So this is definitely a good brand to look into. Next two products, again, continuing with keeping cool and moisturized. I got these two in that little like Burt's Bees kit I got. This is the Burt's Bees Hand Salve, a product I actually hadn't tried before from Burt's Bees, but really, really loving. And then this is the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. These are both kind of like solid oil body butter-y products. This is a solid product, it's a hand salve. This smells really, really strong. It's really herbally, so it's kind of off-putting. At first, the smell dissipates really, really quickly. It absorbs really quickly. And what you do with this is you put it on your hands kind of either before you go do something, or like I put it under my lotion. So I'll put a layer of this on first, kind of let it absorb, and then put my lotion on top of it. And like nothing else I've tried gets my hands softer faster than doing a combination like that. And like I said, it does have a strong kind of weird smell, but it does dissipate pretty quickly. And then this is just a good old favorite. This was like one of my like very first favorites, like in the very first favorite video I did. This is just the lemon butter cuticle cream. I've forgotten how amazing this product is. I hadn't used it for a while because I was using like the Fortune Cookie soap stuff, and I had a couple other ones, and I do like them. Like I do like the Rainbow Honey ones and the Fortune Cookie soap. But nothing really comes close to this. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is, what's in here, like why this is so nice. But I'm putting it on right now because it's very, very dry and it's very cold and I hate it. And it smells lemony. I know one that's pretty comparable is the Lush Lemon Fluttery Hand Cream. But it's just, it's like my cuticles are just absolutely ravaged right now because of the dry and because of work and things like that. But this has made such an improvement, like just switching back to that guy. So really, really loving that. Next, oddly enough, I tend to really like drugstore mascaras. I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people find drugstore mascaras do more for their eyes. I think it's just because of like the myriad amount of brush shapes and things like that. I mean, a lot of times with mascara formula, a lot of the formulas are very comparable. It's just the brush shapes that are different. One thing though I don't like about drugstore mascara is that I tend to feel like it's a little bit more harsh on my lashes. Like I feel like a lot of higher end brands are able to put in kind of more expensive conditioners and better ingredients, and I think that's kind of the big difference between drugstore and high end, is that you are paying more, but you tend to pay more for like a higher concentration and for hopefully better ingredients. But I digress. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga. This is just the original one. I think this is just in regular old, just black. I don't think it says it on here. No, Blackest black. I have Blackest black. Thank you, L'Oreal, for printing your color names on your stuff. I really hate how CoverGirl doesn't do that. I just have a gear to grind with CoverGirl. But anyways, I said I wouldn't open this. This was kind of, I picked this up kind of more as a joke. I just like, why is there a Miss Manga mascara? Like, I'm into anime and manga, and I just thought it was ridiculous. Like, the advertisements for this stuff are really ridiculous. Like, the person's eyelashes are so clumpy and gross. It's like, is that really what you're advertising? Like, is that how you're advertising this product? Like, please don't. Please don't. And like, it's just the idea that it's supposed to give you like manga lashes. It's just like, really? But No, this stuff is actually really good. It has kind of an interesting brush. It's like a Christmas tree, but it's like a helix Christmas tree. It does have a bendy wand. I do not like bendy wands, but I do find that this one's pretty stable enough where like I don't notice it bending very much. I prefer like a stiffer wand. But it's like a helix Christmas tree, and I think it does volumize. I do about 2 coats. I'm wearing it right now. I don't know if you guys are able to see it too well. I had a little bit of an accident. I sneezed while I was putting on my mascara. So that was really awkward, and I got it kind of everywhere. One trick to getting mascara off, which is really great, if you let it dry first and then it just kind of flakes off. It's a lot cleaner than trying to use like makeup remover, but I don't think I got it all, so I do apologize like if you see like little specks, but I sneezed while I was putting on my mascara and it was really awkward. But this stuff is really, really great. If you're looking for like a good drugstore mascara, if you're looking for volume, if you're looking for just a really good look, check this out. It comes in like regular black, there's waterproof. This is the non-waterproof version because I don't like waterproof mascara. And then now they have a new one, I think it's called like Midnight or something. It's like extreme black, which I don't think is really that big of a deal. Like, just get Blackest black. And so those are my favorites. I do have an in-between favorite, and then I have 2 that I wasn't too digging. So my in-between right now is going to be the Tonymoly Appletox face cream. This came in my Mimi box. This is a really cute product. Tonymoly is a really good Asian skincare brand. There's a little Tonymoly there. You get a little applicator with it, which is nice. It smells really good. I normally don't like the scent of apple things, but it smells like real apples, not fake apples. And it's a really gooey face cream. It's better to use this cream at night. It smells just like apples, and like fresh apples and honey, and it smells really good, and it is really moisturizing. Kind of the reason why though it's in between, like not so favorite, is it is really, really thick, and I can only use it at night, and I don't even have that like, I have kind of drier skin in the winter. I have combo skin. It does get oily in the summer, and the winter is drier, and the fact that like this is almost too moisturizing for me, I think really says a lot about it. And I just don't like the packaging. Like, the packaging is adorable. It's an apple. Like, it's inside of an apple. Like, that's really, really cute. But it's unhygienic in my opinion, because you have to, you know, use this little spatula and dip it in there, and I would much rather have this product in a pump. And I feel like Asian skincare is a little bit different than like, you know, the US kind of skincare, because here in the US I feel like we're much more focused on time and how to save time, do things in less time, do your makeup in 5 minutes, do your skincare in 5 minutes, and I feel like over there like they're more into like take your time, enjoy it, it's supposed to be pleasant, it's supposed to be almost like a beauty ritual. So I think for that kind of market, I think a product that is more fiddly, that takes more time to use, is totally fine. Like, people totally accept that, and it's an apple. It's an apple. It's an apple smelling product inside of an apple. It looks like an apple. It's an apple. It's adorable. But I don't know, like, I just feel like it's a little cumbersome to use, and it kind of is at the point where like when I'm doing my beauty stuff at night, I'm about ready to go to bed, I look at like, well, I could use my apple, or I could use this stuff in a tube. I'm like, I'm tired and I don't want to deal with it, tube. So I don't know. I like it. I like the idea it's an apple. I wish you could buy it in a pump. That's just my opinion. But it's a really, really great product. The product itself is actually really, really nice. And then my 2 not-so-favorites. This is the China Glaze from the Giver collection in the color New Birth. I am not a big fan of China Glaze nail polishes in general. I just don't like the formula of them, and I feel like they are a little bit less expensive than Zoya or OPI, but they are, I don't know. I guess like price-wise they are comparable to like Sally Hansen, things like, because I think Sally Hansen's pretty expensive for a lot of stuff, but there are like $2 polishes and dollar polishes that I feel like do perform better than China Glaze. Like Sinful Colors I think performs better as a whole than China Glaze. And so I picked this up because it was on sale, and I like the book The Giver. I haven't seen the movie, but like I said, like, the book's really, really good. And I love this like pastel blue color. Like, I think it's really, really pretty, and I didn't really have anything like this in my collection. So I picked it up, and it's just, I don't know if it's because it is like, it was on sale, so people had used it, but it's just, it's kind of gloopy. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is thicker, and it's not really opaque. So it took me like 3 coats, and I still didn't have full opacity. So I could have used like a white base, and that would have helped. But it just, it was still streaky. There were still spots in it. It just, I didn't feel like it dried evenly. it was such a pretty color, but the formula just was not there for me. So I wasn't really liking it. So I don't regret buying it because it was on sale, and I kind of went into it knowing like, oh, I don't like China Glaze polishes. So it'll be a nice collector bottle. Like, I have a thing from the Giver collection. It's a really pretty color. I like this color. I like this book. But not a fan of that. And then kind of, not a surprising one, I guess, but I might get a little bit of hate for this one. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is a sample I got in my Ipsy bag. I've used this before. This is kind of a traditional sample to get, I guess, like, you know, in Sephora Favorites kits or just in kits in general or in Tarte kits. And this is just their mascara. They just have this nice, like, natural bristle, like, thickly bristled brush on it. But the thing about Tarte is that it is a natural brand, but and their mascara always smells funny. It smells funny to me even right when you buy it, so it's really hard for me to tell whether it's gone bad or not. Like, I smell like, is that bad or is that still good? I don't know. Like, I got a 500 point Tarte kit like a long time ago when I wasn't too familiar with Tarte, and it had a primer in it, and I really liked the primer. And then I didn't use it for like a month or two because I was using other things, and then I went back and I smelled it and was like, I can't remember if it smelled like this before or not, but I'm gonna throw it away because it smells terrible. And I just feel like I have that problem with Tarte. And then I just didn't feel like this did anything for my lashes. Like I said, I've used this before, I've never been too impressed with it. And again, like, I used it a couple times and it didn't do anything for me. It didn't make my lashes look longer, it didn't make them look fuller, it didn't make them look curlier, it didn't do anything for my lashes. And I have like drugstore mascara that I like more. Like, I like the Urban Decay Perversion mascara more. I think that does way more for my lashes. Or the Calvin Klein 1 mascara that I've been using does way more for my lashes. And I know people really like this stuff, and that's great. Like, keep using stuff that you like. It's just, for me personally, not the biggest fan. So, excuse my voice, but that was my favorites and not so favorites for the month of December 2014. I look forward to the new year. I look forward to making more videos for you guys in the new year. Hope you guys have a good new year. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this like the 31st or the 1st, or if I'm going to forget about it and do it sometime after. We'll see what happens. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it, and hope you have a great rest of your day.